I'm hibernating on Monday. That's all I can say.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
All right, guys, making friends is not just something that happens on the playground in grade school. It's a skill that even adults can capitalize on to combat loneliness, especially.
But if you aren't sure where or even how to make new friends, hey, we've got some help for you. Let's Be Friends Indy aims to overcome the loneliness epidemic by connecting women and generating real friendships.
That's right. With more, welcome to the show, our new friends, co-owners of Let's Be Friends Indy, Bridget Lockert and Emily Lintott. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
This is so exciting. You guys have really, launched something here because, I mean, we're talking about 20,000 women already in our local community getting involved with Let's Be Friends and trying to make those real friendships.
Yeah. Tell us more about why it's so important to be able to connect women with each other.
After you get out of school, there's not a lot of built-in spaces that naturally breed friendships, right? When you're in school, you have sports, or if you have your kids' friends, moms, and whatnot. But after you get out of those spaces, there's not a lot of natural spaces to connect with other women. And I think that after you get out of that area, a lot of women think that everyone else has already found their people. And it can be embarrassing to admit that you are lonely and don't have a lot of connections. I think a lot more people struggle with it than are willing to admit.
So was this a personal, the reason why Let's Be Friends Indy get started, was this a personal endeavor for both of you?
Yeah, so I actually started it in 2020 as just a Facebook group. I was single, living downtown Indy. A lot of my friends were at different stages of life than I was at. And so I was just looking for a way to make friends. So I started a Facebook group. Instead of trying to meet one-on-one with people, I wanted it to be, more of a group setting. And so I started the Facebook group, and people were just, hopping on there, introducing themselves, finding people that have similar interests. And then when Emily joined a couple years ago, that's when we started hosting our monthly events, and it just really created an opportunity for us to connect our women to each other, but then also to the community and things that are going on already. So
I want to talk about those events too as well. We just saw some really cool pictures on the screen too. It's got to be so wonderful to be able to bring all these women together who literally just want to socialize and be friends. What is it like to be able to watch those relationships form?
It's wonderful. All of our events are really geared towards first-timers and people who do come to events alone. So everything is structured. We have conversation starters and a really laid-back kind of vibe that's welcoming so that no one's left out or has that awkwardness that you get with more of the one-on-one interactions.
So do the in-person events, I imagine, support the Facebook group still and vice versa?
Yeah, and our hope is that people will feel more comfortable once they do connect with people with similar interests on our Facebook group, and then when they come to the events, they're like, hey, you're the one that likes Taylor Swift, so do I. Now we have a mutual icebreaker to get the conversation going. And so, yeah, it all kind of intertwines. We also have a website, so we hope, all three of those things really just create space for people to make friends.
I think this is awesome. I'm looking back at when I graduated college and gotten into the working industry. It is kind of lonely. So I imagine do you have a wide range of age groups too that are in this?
Yeah, everything. All of our events are 18 plus, liability's sake there. But we have a huge variety of ages from 18 to 80 plus. I will say the majority of people who come to our events tend to be within the 20 to 45 range, but we always have people outside of that show up too.
And I think some of our events are focused on, for instance, I just had a baby, so we do have some mom-specific events or crocheting or different things, and so it's not age-specific, but it does kind of gear towards specific events that, you know, help people find friends that are similar to maybe life stages or interests. So
yeah, and maybe not so you don't feel like you're pigeonholed into like a networking event. Like when you're stepping in and being a working professional, it's like I don't necessarily just want to go to a networking event and maybe find professional friendships. Those are great, but this is just general life friendships, which I love. Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for coming in. We're all friends now. So we're going to join the Facebook group. Is that how people can join too if they want to?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Check out our Facebook group, Let's Be Friends Indy. Our Instagram, same thing. And our website is where you can register for all of our events.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we're friends now?
Yes.
We'll have information if you guys do want to become part of that Facebook group over on our website, lifestylelive.tv. We're going to be right back right after the break. Thank you, guys.